Hello, this is Fuzzy Wingman. Today I will not be having my 3 extra cameras because they've been having file corruption issues. So I'll be mostly just this camera, and I have my side mic. This time, this mic has usually been connected to the audio for the side cameras, so that means when side cameras get corrupted, I corrupt my audio. So I've been using a lot of this camera's audio. So today I would like to really just try to get mic audio and be good. Hopefully this camera actually is behaving today, since this is actually my 3rd run on this camera today, because the first 2 times it timed out much earlier than this, so I'm in a good state right now. The fact that it's still running is good, and I do have something to help me see if it stops running. So, huzzah, it's going. Let's just jump into it. Today's mission, Consecration. I've already done most of the steps. I actually followed them exactly in order this time. I actually did the whole determine mission, then determine kill zone, set up the objective markers, then set up the terrain. Now we do the whole select drop off. So roll off between the custodians, or as people like to call them, the custards. And yeah, I'm doing guardsmen. Not even veteran guardsmen, just a bunch of guardsmen. So guardsmen win. They can decide if they are the attacker and the defender. They'll select actually to be attacker, because they actually want to set up second. So, as custodians and the custards are the defender, they get to select their drop zone. So, what do they want? Drop zones are like corners, except not like it's not like choose this corner and it's against that corner. They would have these 2 corners or those 2 corners. Now, let's see here. Yeah, but this is, if it's away from like there, it should be roughly, oh no, I'm totally like flailing there. Well, it should be like that, right? Because that would be 9 plus another 6 would be 15, which is halfway through 30. Okay, that's roughly the width. And it's like 5 deep. So, see, that's the thing, is the custodians don't really want to care that much about vantage points. And they are going, hey, guardsmen can put people up here, so they're gonna take this side to force the guards to have to take this side. So if the guardsmen want this building and this vantage point, they have to climb up, which is a pain in the butt. Alright. Select a kill team, done. Select tech ops, done. Select equipment, done. Set up barricades. Starting with the defender, so they get to there first. It must be within, that of the drops, not on a terrain feature. So, can't put a barricade up here, even though, hey, theoretically, you could think they would be able to carry it up there. Alright, so they can go up to this from their drop zone. Do the custodians really need to worry about? So I can go up there. So you know what? I'll just go like that. It's kind of funny to think of a custodian just being like, boop, and using that entire barricade to, go, let's conceal. Ooh, you can't see me behind this barricade. Alright, these guys. Well, basically that means anywhere up to 5 they can go up in the center here due to the fact that 9 away, and I think, hell, this is probably 9 away. Let's see here. Let's find that corner. Cool. So there's that corner. It's probably more like that. They can do. It's still enough to hold, so. Just double check. Does it say wholly within or just within? Just must be within. Not wholly within. Yeah, sure. I'm not even going to check for that one. And then we'll place one like that. Seriously, the custodians really don't care. So now defender sets up their operatives, and then we'll do the whole scouting phase. Okay. About to do the whole, like, ooh, scouting phase. Alright. We're gonna need the initiative token in a bit. Alright, so, custodians, yo. Where do you want to put your first custard? What's their movement? Alright, you can go up here. So now he can just jump down and go for that objective pretty quickly. Since I think he'll jump and then he'll just not give a care. Alright. Ooh, lots of guardsmen. Yep, over there. Ooh, he can't really get on top of that. But at the same time, he doesn't fully care. He could just go over and melee them and make them not happy. Yeah, well within. Like that. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, not having these side cameras is going to be annoying for these terrains. If anyone goes underneath, you won't be able to see, but that's the issue with cameras that keep corrupting anyway. You won't be able to see it regardless. Sure. I guess someone towards the center. Alright. And now it's just Guardsman Wampa 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 wamp. Okay, let's... I know this is probably not the most accurate way to do it, but hey. Oh, right. I'm supposed to be giving orders during all this. Well, the custodians, the custards would have been engage, engage. Engage, engage. Honestly, conceal, conceal, conceal. Okay, I haven't decided that guy yet. That guy. Also have a concealed order. He'll get an engage order just in case this guy moves up far enough forward. You know what? I don't. Yeah, Flamer also has a short range. So because of that, Flamer's gonna... he's gonna go with that guy. With the conceal. Oh, boys. Actually, you know what? Plasma with engage order. Comms. Conceal. Sergeant. Conceal. I have so many models here. This guy. Oh, boys. Problem is, they might need some people to at least start engaging. Actually, this guy engage because he can go through this window and shoot. And this guy engage. Banner. Conceal. Medikit. Conceal. And this guy has a special... He's completely different than all the guardsmen because he's his bayonet, not because he has special equipment, because he's the secretly marked for one of the stack ops, so... that's to help remind myself which one I need to do things with. So his placement is actually kind of important. He'll actually go over here. He'll go over here. With, of course, conceal. Cool. Deployment done. Next step, I think, is the scouting stuffs. Yay! Again, infiltrate would be if you wanted to change one of your orders. If you realize you might, if you were, say, the defender, and you realized, oh, I need to change that up because this guy's, seeing, ooh, these maybe don't want to be engaged. Well, they're custodians. They want to jump in there and engage. So they're not changing their order. They don't need barricades for sure. So they would clearly do the recon. As for the attackers, they got to set their orders based on their deployment, so there's zero reason for them to change. There's enough terrain around that they don't really need another barricade. I mean, they could throw one up here. Okay. I mean, that's the thing, is they could put a barricade, right here, but then they also know that custodians would be choosing the recon because it's kind of obvious that they would, in which they know they would lose the initiative. Do they want to set up a barricade for that? No, since they got this, they would rather just do the free dash. So they chose the dash, which means because it's a tie, they'll get to have decides who has initiative, in which case they want the initiative. Okay. So free dashes. First of all, Custards are doing this guy as their free dash because whoop. And for their free dash, that one. Okay. First phase, technically initiative phase, but they already have the initiative because that's determined. Alright. I'm going to do round one. Next phase will be strategic phase, where they could do strategic ploys, which, honestly, they will be doing. Let's make sure I can see this. Alright. So the first one will be orders. Since the Guardsman Sergeant is next to the comms, this will go to everyone. Let's see here. Pretty much everyone is in frickin' conceal, and they really want people to move around, so they're doing the move order. Because that makes absolute sense for them, so Yeah. How many strategic ploys can you do? Honestly, can't they just do more than one? Since it's not like it's strategic ploy order, it's... Each player cannot use the same strategic ploy. It doesn't say you can't do more than one strategic ploy. Which means they could, because each order is a different ploy. So you couldn't do more than one order. So, because this... well, I mean, what they're going to conceal, unless these custards get into advantage points, they're really not going to be shot at much. They're going to do the take aim order as well. Each time in the attack roll dice step of the shooting phase, you can reroll any or all of your attack dice results of 1. So, if they roll 1s, they could get to reroll. Cool. Oh yeah, now the custards. What's their strategic ploy that they'll probably spend? They don't really care about the whole, if they take critical damage, they'll just do normal damage. They'll do the peerless warriors. Until the end of the turning point, each time a friendly Adeptus Custodes operative is active, it can perform up to 2 shoot and fight actions during that activation. You know, they get to do a lot of things. So, which is good because they have 4 AP and APL, so they have a lot they can do. All right, moving on to the engagement phase, starting with Guardsmen, and they're going to immediately have this guy shoot at him. I mean, he's out in the open. There's really nothing stopping him from doing that. Now I just got to find... There we go. He's going to supercharge it because he's also got the take aim order. So he's got 4 attacks. Alright, he would be able to reroll 1s, but, you know, that's okay. It's forced to hit, yep. So, 2 hits and a crit. AP2. So, Custodian's defense was only 3, so AP2 actually puts him at 1. So, he could do 1 2-up save, which honestly is not going to do much. Don't they have a 5-up? Don't they have an invul? Do the Custards no longer have that base invul? Oh, they don't. Oh, he has no invul. Unless that was forgotten or something. You know, I don't see an invul listed anywhere in this compendium. So let's see here. If they want to, they could do a tactical ploy. All you could do is change one of your normal saves to a crit save. Oh, wow, yeah. And all you could do is you could choose your... Yeah, you can make critical to normal. Wow, okay. So they lost their invul, and so he's just got 1 save. It's 2 up still. So he can make make that save and clear out that. Well, I guess if he had like a 5-up, you know, a 4-up save, he would be able to just be like, I'll roll 3 4-ups right now, you know, and then it would be even harder to do anything to him. But still, he's going to take 11 damage from that. And a Custodian usually has 18, so 11 damage puts him at 7. I mean, that's... I mean, granted, he cannot be injured, so you can ignore any modifiers to being injured, but So the half doesn't do anything to him. But that was still impressive. Alright, and now that guy's fired, I'm going to quickly double check jumping. Because I know I'm going to need to check for this guy too. So let me just quickly verify how jump works. Or drop, as it's called. So he's definitely within one of the edge. Must be within that distance. Done. You can drop terrain feature distance, counting the vertical distance it travels towards the center, rounding down. So you round down, it's still one circle. So since it has 3 circles, it drops, goes down 1 circle, and then has 2 more circles to go. Drop, and not using any more of its movement. As you can see, moved and did that just fine. See, he doesn't really want to pop that guy out for next, just because if he moves closer to that, Melta's definitely going to pop out. Alright, these guys can do a lot of stuffs. He's not beyond... Well, he is... Is he within 1? No. So that guy is targetable. If he gets, like, all the way up to here. So... 1 circle. 2 circle. 3 circle. Not within range. So you spend his second action to... Well, he's going to spend his first act. That was his first action. And then the second action is he's going to take care of the objective. As an operative can perform this action while within circle of a non-consecrated objective marker, which he is, that it controls. So he controls it. Until the start of the next turning point, that operative marker is consecrated. That objective. That operative's APL, defense, and attack characteristics of its melee weapons are increased by 1. So it's got an extra APL. 5 APL. Jesus. So 1, spent 1, gain it back. So, he still has 3 more to go. So he'll dash a little bit just to get to remain in cover. Like terrain. But just enough that now he could shoot at that guy. And I'm going to verify that, line of sight rules. Yep. Okay. He is not obscured from the heavy terrain, and it's technically not in cover, so he can attack it, even though it's concealed order. So probably bye-bye Guardsman. Sentinel Blade. Shooting, so 4 attacks from it. Oh my. Crit, hit. And I gave the orders... No take aim, which is reroll 1s, but also I gave the other one of move. Yep, I gave move, and take aim, not take cover, so he's just going to have to do his normal cover. Well... Since these are retained, it becomes AP 1. So he's got 2 defense dice. Got 5 ups. Wonder if he's going to make any of the... Well, okay. He blocks a crit and blocks a regular and only takes a crit and a regular. Which, the saddest part is he takes a crit and a regular, which ends up being exactly 7, which means he goes to 0. He almost survived that. All this guy had to do was have this be a 5, and the guardsman would have lived. But because it was 2 crits, that was enough. All right, and now this guy can Overwatch. Okay, so guardsman goes here. He's gonna activate the he's gonna trigger that to activate, because which also then immediately gives him another action point, so he can then dash behind this. Vantage point. Just double checking. You just have to be at least circle above, right? Yep. You just have to be. Basically, your terrain feature has to at least be this. Since now the custodians the custards are actually going to select this guy. Since he can shoot twice, he's just going to shoot at that guy for the first shot. Oh, I want to verify something real quick. Yep, okay, my notes are correct. Good. So he's going to fire that spear at that guy, since he's got the vantage point, so he can shoot at someone who's concealed, right? That's what it is, right? All it says is that it makes a concealed act like an engage order. Wording is very specific. So there are definitely things that matters for. Provided by light terrain. Oh, right. Oh, technically other operatives, too. And this tree is having an engage order for that attack instead. Yep, okay. So, he can shoot at that guy. Alright, so he's got 4 shots. 2's to hit. Oh, look, a crit and 3 hits. Also, this guy, because he did the whole consecrating thing, he technically now has a defense of 4, since you add 1 to his defense. So he's got 4 defense dice in this case. Oh, wait, never mind, he's got 3. Because as soon as you got that crit, it becomes AP1. So, 3. He failed all 3. So, crit is 5, and then he takes 9 more. So he takes 14. Jesus. That gun is brutal. Didn't even get to use that guy's banner. He was going to plant it, and since he had that as the reason I wanted to use regular guardsmen is they're the only one, the veteran guardsmen don't have that banner where they can plant it, and it gives them extra stuff, so, yeah. So he's fired. He can't see anyone else, so he'll do his drop down, which means he'll move 1 circle there, and then, that's 2, that's 3, and he's within that. So for his 3rd action, he will activate that, and then he needs to still be scoring late. He's just going to stay there. He's not going to dash or anything, so he's done his thing. He can Overwatch now. So he's moved. Oh, jeez. Alright. He's going to move here. With his engage order. And he's going to fire at this guy. who's blocked by terrain features. He's close enough to this? Right, yeah. Because he's close enough for this that the heavy terrain doesn't make him obscure because he has to be beyond 2. And but he's still going to be able to get a cover bonus. Great. Go, little guardsman. Shoot your lasgun. 4 shots. Reroll 1s because take aim. Reroll that 1. Well, it doesn't even matter that the guy's in cover. Oh, shit. When they moved this guy, technically, even though he had equipment, he's still not a specialist or anything. So he had a group activation of 2. So we'll say that guy had activated with this guy. Because that doesn't change any of this stuff. Which technically means it's still Guardsman's turn. So they'll do this guy will move 1, 2, 3, and because of the move order, he gets to go 1 extra triangle. So he's within the objective with this conceal order. So he's there. He can't be targeted by Overwatch from these people since he's in cover. So he's good. Now a random guardsman can go 1, 2, 3-ish. He'll stay there. As for his second action, he'll activate that one. So all these have been activated except for that one now. So he's activated. That's their 2. Now Custodians can go again. We'll have this guy come out. Let's see here. Will this technically be a charge? I'll find out in a moment. This is 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, it was gonna be a charge. Boop. I gotta do it that way. His first action was just a charge. His second action will be to fight. So, let's fight. Let's fight, little guardsman. 5 attacks from the Custodian. Whoa, Custodian missed one. And the little guardsman with his bayonet's got 3 attacks. Oh, he gets an extra attack because of consecrating that thing. He actually is going to get a benefit from his thing. It's forced to hit, but he's got a crit there. Alright. So what's the Custodian going to do? The Custodian realizes he could parry one, but that's not going to really do much. And he can't parry the block, so... Oh, it's lethal 5 up. These 2 are crits. So, never mind. Yeah, lethal 5 means he crits on a 5. Yep. So not because these 2 are crits. Sorry, Guardsman. He's just going to put that one immediately on. The reason so is that's an instant kill. Now that he's done that one, let's see here, is he close enough? He's still close enough to hold the objective. And he still has 3 more actions, so 1 action, shoot that guy. So that's 4 attacks. So the guy's out in the open, so the conceal doesn't matter. 2 crits and a regular hit. And that guy's got... Oh, it's a crit, so it's AP1, so 2 saves. Can you save that, Guardsman? You can block one of the crits, and then take a crit and a regular, and dead. Oh, we forgot to activate any strategic ploys, and some of those you probably have to reveal. Okay, that's after the first. Yeah, I'm looking quickly at the Custodians ones. Okay, yeah, they would have activated the execution. At the end of the battle, if more enemy operatives than friendly operatives were incapacitated during 2 or more turning points. Oh, reveals us at the end of any turning point where more enemy operatives were killed than friendly operatives. 4 have already been killed, so unless Guardsman can wipe, that's already the case. And would there be any that Guardsman reveal this step at any of the turning points? They want to reveal this. Oh, the Guardsman there had one that they had to reveal at the start of the first turning point, which is select one terrain feature that's more than from their drop zone and contains the heavy trait. Let's see here. Could they have even selected one of these? Oh, yeah. So they would have selected this blue guy. This blue turn thing. So they have to just, hold that at the end. They're pretty much not going to gain that one. Especially now that since he's fired, he's going to fire he's done a charge, a fight, a shoot. Oh, look at that. He could shoot twice. So let's do his 4th action. Shoot. How about the guy with an engage order who's... Oh. How about the guy with the engage order? I mean, he's in cover. This guy is more than circle away from the edge of a heavy terrain, so he actually can't shoot at that guy. But he sure as hell can shoot at that guy. And fire his 4 shots again. Okay, that's 4 regular hits. So it doesn't crit on them. Oh yeah, he's in cover, so he's going to automatically make one of those a save and get a second save. So he's going to block 2 of these. Hey! He lives with 1 wound. This guy has done all of his attacks now. Alright. Guardsman opportunity. They're gonna... Let's see here. Well, they still have so much. I'll just move this guy. Circle. 1, 2... 3... plus a little bit from that. Which is probably a bad idea. This guy's probably just going to go over and slaughter them. But since he's a flamer, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a group activation of 2. Which I just realized, of course he's not going to, because group activation of 2 would mean you'd have to have a second flamer, which you're not allowed, so. So that means the Custodians require this guy to be activated now. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Be close enough that he can spend the one thing to consecrate this, so he's now active. So he still technically has 3 more actions, so he's going to spend one of the shootings at that guy. So, 4 shots. Alright. No crits. Guys just got 3 saves. Makes 1. But, even though these 3 are 2s, those 3 2s all hit, and that's still 9 damage. So he's still dead. And he still has 2 more actions. So, dash. And he's going to shoot at the Melta. Technically, this crosses lines. He's within 1. So he's going to be in cover. So he does get the cover bonus, but he doesn't get the obscured. So, and the guy's engaged anyway. So 4 shots. Yeah, you could dash and shoot, right? Yeah, it's only heavy weapons. You can't move and dash. So dash and shoot. So 4 attacks. Ooh, a crit and... Oh, so... He will still put 1 armor save as a success. So if he rolls a 6 here, he's going to be happy. Alright, he's gone 2. So he clears off 2. Unfortunately, he needed 1 to be a critical save. He would take 8 here, and that will kill him unless guardsmen have some tactical ploy. Nope, that's probably veterans that have that tactical ploy. Alright. And he's dead. I don't think I gave him carapace. Now that I think about it. Nope, it's just the sergeant who has carapace. Oh, there he is. Yep, no carapace or anything. So he just took it, and he's dead. So Melta didn't get a chance. Melta was hoping to pop out and shoot him, but he has so many actions. He just came up there and shot and killed. I mean, he killed 2 guys. Andy's done. Andy has an Overwatch staring into their face. So, Sergeant's running. 1, 2. Three. Gave the move orders. 1, and then he's gonna dash to there. Wait. I don't think you can actually score that. It's a consecrated objective marker, and if you still control it at the end, you score points. So he's totally going for a point there. So that leaves... Oh. Well, so Custodians will do their first Overwatch. He will... Well... Yep. He will overwatch that guy because he didn't get close enough to avoid his shots. So 4 shots. I think it's now 3s to hit. Guy is non-cover though. Saves 1. So only 2 go through, which leaves him with 1 wound. But he's still there, and he can still hold an objective. Alright, so he's fired. Comms. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then the extra 1. also dash. He's got concealed order, so he couldn't really do much. But he's there now. So we can at least get orders. Oh, and now if he'd done a different order, then it wouldn't have been good. Now we're gonna... Oh! Yeah, they haven't even moved that guy. So this guy, if he overwatches, he can't even shoot at that guy still. So they'll overwatch with this guy, whose head can see the plasma guy. So plasma guy from the part that's intervening is this edge, and he's within. So he can still shoot at that guy. So he's firing at the plasma. 4 shots. Right, it's Overwatch, so he's worse than your ballistic skill. So only 2 hits. And since he's in cover? Yeah. You don't have to be... Yeah, the terrain provides cover. Right. Yep. So he's in cover. So he's gonna auto-retain one of those. And the guy didn't get his 6, so it's still 2 more defense dice. He failed them, but he's successfully one of them, so he only takes 3. So he has 4 left. He's still alive. And now, that leaves Guardsmen having to do their next thing, which has got 2 Guardsmen to activate. So first, we'll start with the guy with the Medikit. Well, let's find the Medikit one. There he goes. Is he within the range? He is. Select an Imperial friend. Yep. That operative regains 2d3 wounds. So, let's see. Minimum 2. 3. 1. He regained 4 wounds. Well, he's back to full health. Boop, 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 boop. And he's still got an action. So he's just gonna hide a little bit more. He's done, and because he was just a regular trooper, he just had a medikit, we get to another group activation. This guy's gonna go here. So that way he can attack this guy. And he's the one with equipment of a frag grenade. Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about blast kind of thing. So he's going to throw it. There's all these other things like indirect and stuff like that, which I realized really it's the guy's out in the open, so it doesn't really matter. But it's so much better than stat-wise than his last gun. It's 4 attacks. Oh, take aim, so he gets to reroll 1s. Oh, right. The 2 misses. These 3 are actually hits. Granted, this guy has 3 2-up saves. Right. You can block 2 successes with a critical save, right? It's only in fighting that critical, you can't parry more than 1. No. You have to spend 2 normals to block a crit. You can't use a crit to block 2 normals. So he still can only block 2. So he blocks 2, 1 goes through, he takes 2 damage. I mean, it's not really much, but he chipped the guy. So he was at 18, he's now at 16. Ugh. Look at all that health he still has. Yeah, he didn't do much. But he threw a grenade. And they can still select a guy for Overwatch, so he'll select him and he'll shoot. Right? I want to verify it doesn't say you can select it as... Like, I feel like you can only select it if the enemy team doesn't have anything more. It's his turn to activate. He doesn't have any operatives left to... It specifically says, but your operative has not yet activated all their operatives. They have activated all their operatives, meaning that you can no longer do Overwatch. So Overwatch is complete. End of turning point. Technically, this is when they would reveal their Seek and Destroy activation, since they killed a lot of operatives. Guardsmen don't really have anything else, so all the orders now switcheroo. I don't... Oh, right. We start scoring victory points, too. I need to count how many what they count for. Boop, ba-doop, boop. Right in these two. That's the problem with Guardsmen with this many models. It takes a long time because there's so many models. And if I'm still checking rules, it also takes a while. Alright. At the end of each turning point for each consecrated objective marker friendly operatives control, you score 1 victory point. So Guardsmen score 2, because they have that one and that one. And Custodians, because they have this and they can score 3. So the game is still close. Victory points can still happen, but I think the Custards will murder some things pretty quickly. So let's see who has the initiative. Custodians. That's pretty bad for Guard. So first we start with everyone goes up a command point. And we do strategic ploys. Custodians are going to do the one where they can fight and shoot twice, since it's crazy. Guardsmen definitely want to do orders. Put which one, because at this point they're pretty messed up. They expect a lot of fighting to happen. Can fixed bayonets really keep them alive? You know what? Only one way to find out. Order fixed bayonets. Alright, let's go. Okay, which Custodian is actually more worried about things? Since... Oh, right, do you have to consecrate every turning point? Yes, every turning point you have to do it. Is this guy could totally, like, consecrate, go in there and murder those two. Which he might want to think about doing. But since he's like, oh, they might shoot him next. But at the same time, it doesn't fully matter because this guy might have to worry about plasma and have to worry about these things. Because no matter what, if someone else moves first, plasma can then shoot this Custodian immediately. Alright, who's with... Oh. Okay, comms is not within circle of that, so... First he's going to... Well... I need to double check charge restrictions, because clearly last time I didn't notice that there was a restriction on charge, which was the whole, you have to have an engage order. Okay, so you can't charge if you've done a normal move, dash, or fall back. Cool. Got it. But you can shoot and still do it and all the other things. So first he's going to fire into plasma. So he's going to fire his spear into plasma. Just hopefully plink off some more health. So 4 shots. 2's to hit. So that's 4 hits. The guy is in cover. So he's going to automatically retain one of those. But he needs these to be successes. He failed. So unfortunately he takes 9 damage. Dead. He's then going to fire into that guy, since he can fire twice. So fire. Crit, hit, miss. Guy is not within cover, so... Oh, the crit makes it AP1, so 2 fails. And that's 8 damage, so dead. And he's going to do a charge move. So, he's fired, charged. That's 3 actions. 4th action, he controls this objective. I mean, it doesn't say you can't have someone near you when you do it, right? You just have to control it. So he controls it now, gains another action point, so he's going to use that extra action point to attack, which gives him an extra attack as well. So he's got 6 attacks. Crit, hit. Even if this guy rolls 3 6s, he's still dead. Oh, he got a save. So let's just see let's calculate this. 5, 10, 17, 24, 31 damage. Yeah, I think he's poof. Right, and it's 2. Oh, right, and you're supposed to reveal other strategic ploys during this time. Oh, yes, they would have revealed damage limitation, because they couldn't reveal that during the last one. So they're hoping to score victory points for having no one injured. And they would have activated protect security assets. If 2 or more enemy operatives are incapacitated while within circle of an objective. Which this was not the case because only one of them was, so they didn't get a victory point there yet. So he's been activated. They're going to switch this guy to an engage order. Just because he's got to flame this guy. That's pretty much his only option. There we go. Yeah, the Guardsmen don't really have many regular troopers anymore. Yeah, Torrent, I think, allows you to go an extra, 2 ways. But either way, it's all hitting that guy. I mean, it's still 5 attacks. And the orders were fixed bayonets. Oh, right, that guy's lulls. The Guardsman... I just remembered the Guardsman Sergeant was... I did that wrong. He didn't do defense dice. He's supposed to do attack dice. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Back the truck up. This guy versus the sergeant who had 1 wound. Let's do that again because I completely forgot how combat works. Well, let's first just... Okay. I rolled it again, and you know what? We'll still stick with the same... Even though I'm re-rolling, we'll stick with it because it's still insane. Because the Guardsman Sergeant doesn't have 3 dice. He has something else. He's got a chainsword. He's got 4 attacks with the chainsword. You know, fighting and shooting are very different things. It's been very shooty, but still. He still needs force to hit, so he's got 2 hits. Well, in this case, it doesn't matter because the guy had one wound. So as soon as he puts one attack, regardless of the attack, the guy's dead. So never mind. It doesn't matter because the guardsman was so weak that any attack that goes through, he can't put on any chip damage on this guy. So never mind. We go back to the flamethrower. 5 attacks. It was an attempt, but it turns out it was a pointless attempt. You get 5 attacks, 2's to hit. Woo! Crit. And regular. Well, the guy's in cover, so he'll automatically reserve one of them as a save, because why not? So, yeah, he's gonna clear that and then clear that, because, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Either way, he was clearing 2 things. He only takes 4, so he's still got 14 left. No, it doesn't matter that much. He's somewhat... He's actually not within 2. He's not within circle. Well, he's still gonna just fall the frick back. He's back there. Just to prevent this guy from mauling 2 more people. Yep, he still was within, so he did technically control it. So he's just going to consecrate it, because why not? Then do a charge move. 1... 2, 3. There's a little bit for his 4th. Oh man, how badly does this show up on the camera? I better double check. I mean, he could be potentially seeable. Not really. Let me just kind of show it real quick. Yeah, there we go. You can see it's a mass of 2 guardsmen. And it's going to turn into probably 1 custodian here in a moment. Because the custodian can fight twice. What do you know? First one, he's going to fight first one on the guy with 2 health. Oh yeah, he consecrates, so he gets an extra attack. So he gets 6 attacks. I'm not even going to roll the guardsman because he's just going to automatically put 1 attack on him and he's dead. So that one's dead. And now the second attack on the other guy. Okay, lethal on 5, so 2 crits those. The guardsman punches back with his little bayonets. Hey, he did fix bayonets. I think it's reroll 1s for the fixed bayonets, not like reroll all the attack dice. Yep, results of 1, so he gets to reroll this guy. Oof, he gets not a single hit. So, you know, he just dumps all of this damage onto the guy. So, dead. So you can't do a charge move if you've done the other moves. But can you do the other moves after a charge move? In addition, an operative cannot perform this action in the same activation in which it performed the others. So I don't think you can make a normal move In addition, it cannot perform this action in which it performed the fallback or charge action. So he can't do that, and he can't dash or anything. So he's there. He's done fight. Oh my lord. Well, you can see this guy, but this bit of terrain block. Technically, the lines cross, and it's heavy terrain, so the guy can't shoot him. It's obscuring. So that guy just barely got out of being shot again. So now it's Guardsman's turn. Oh boys, how do we want to do this? Well, beep. Medikit's just... Oh yeah, he switched to an engage order. I mean, he's got to try something at this point. So he moves there, and he's going to fire his last gun at that guy. You know, he's got to try. 4 shots. Does he even hit? No, he doesn't have take aim or anything, so... Whoop. Right? Yeah, they spent it on fixed bayonets, and that was that. Custodian gets defensive right. He consecrated, so he gets 4 now for his defense. Blocks the crit. Blocks the regular. He has an extra. He doesn't care. This guy switching to engage. He's going to consecrate. He's got to kind of hold his ground. Actually, yeah. It's going to consecrate. I'll give him an extra thing. He's going to move. He can't consecrate again because he doesn't control. Does he want to attack? Does he want to do that? Why the hell not? He's just gonna do it. He's gonna attack. I know he could just sit there. But he's just gonna attack because this is silly at this point. He gains an extra attack because of his consecration. So he actually gets 4 attacks. It's fixed bayonet, so he gets to reroll 1s. Reroll 1s. He gets a hit and a crit. He hasn't consecrated yet, so he's only got his 5 attacks. Only 5 attacks, yeah. So we'll go like that. He's also got a crit. And all those. The Guardsman knows that either he can parry the crit, get hit by this and survive, and then apply that and then die, or, you know, just apply the crit, get hit by a crit, and die. So, no matter what, he can only apply a crit or a regular, so he's going to apply the crit. So that way he can chink some of that off. And then gets in a crit, apply back. Oh, wait. I'm doing this as the spear. That's not what it is. It's the sentinel blade. Hold on. That's actually, it's still like the same kind of thing. But he applies the crit, takes that chink off. He gets a crit applied to him. Lives because he's at 1 health now. Applies the next attack, which is 2. And plinks off even more health. And then gets utterly annihilated. Actually, that's one of those moments where the Custodian really should have, as soon as the guy applied the crit, just blocked it should have just parried the next attack. Because he would have parried it, and then the guardsman wouldn't have been able to apply the extra tiny little damage, which, he gets zero cares about. So now it's Custodian's turn. 1, 2, 3. Screw it. He's just charging this guy. Oh, after he consecrated that. So this is consecrated. So consecrated. They just gotta hold the objectives at the end of his turn. But hey, at this point, he's just then going to fight that guy. And he's going to apply... Now he gets 6 attacks because he's done the consecrated things. Okay. So, hit. Crit. So, crit won't kill this guy, so that's good. He's got his fixed bayonets. So, he's going to attack back, reroll ones. Hey, he got a hit. This guy's going to do the silly thing because he's got the storm shield. He can parry 2 attacks with one thing. Boop. Parry those both, and then apply everything. And loses no health. Guy is dead. This, amazingly, guardsmen have an Overwatch. Yeah, these two have been activated. He's the only one that hasn't been activated. So this guardsman will overwatch with his lasgun, since, he'll keep trying to plank 4 shots. Now it's 5s to hit because of the overwatch bit. Gets absolutely nothing. Why not? Goes here. You can see the guy. He's just going to start taking shots at him. Hit the spear. So 4 attacks. 2s to hit. 1 hit. That's this critical. Penetrating once. Now it becomes AP1. He will retain 1 save. Fail the other one. So he blocks 1 and then takes 8 damage. Dead. So, Custodians were already winning. And at this point they gain a victory point for, the whole killing. They get a victory point for killing more operatives than they lost, And they also didn't lose any operatives, so that's a victory point. They can't get the extra victory points for seek and destroy because they didn't get to kill more on the 3rd turn. The 3rd turn, will happen and stuff like that. 4th turn, they'll get at least a victory point. Another victory point. Yeah, so they gain a victory point for damage limitation again. So that's just purely based off of their own tac ops. I haven't even started counting. At the end of this turn, he would get that round 7. And then turn 3, obviously, he's back. He's back. At the end of turn 3, they would gain 4 more victory points. And then 4th turn, they will gain 4 more victory points. So in the end, they completely, utterly crushed those guardsmen. The grenade launcher maybe would have helped. A sniper rifle probably would have helped a little bit. But only a little bit. They wouldn't have been able to get him into this terrain fast enough, I think. So it was very interesting, but honestly, Custodians hurt hard against those guardsmen, and they couldn't chip them well enough. Regular guardsmen probably sucked too much. Scions might have done a little bit better. It would be interesting. And movement, I think I still have to learn how to deal with guardsmen. Anyway, that was interesting game, and have a fabulous day, everybody.